Hello, good evening. This is Belle Sonki. Good evening. I'm using this page again because I think I have a following this, so we can have this conversation. It's all about justice for Berinyuy Shantal, the girl of 15 years that died as a result of a criminal abortion. Please share as you join, share as you join, share as you join, share as you join, share as you join. Share as you join. I am live. Let me give you a small brief about this story. Shantal met this man who was as old as her grandfather, whose baobab tree. And this man lured her, coerced her into a relationship. She was just 15 years when she got into this relationship with this man. Shantal got impregnated by this man, and for some obvious reason, the man used supposedly, according to Shantal, this man used some methods, giving her some concoction, which later complicated her system. Her organs were damaged. She had to go through, she had to undergo dialysis, and Shantal later on died. We're talking about the case of Shantal. How best can you support it? All what you have to know is that it could be your child. You all have to know Shantal could be your child. Whether Shantal comes from the northwest, from the southwest, from the east, from the west, from the north, or from wherever, Shantal could be your child. Yeah, Shantal could be your child. Please share this as you join. Please share as you join. Let's develop it a little bit. Let's develop this a little bit. I came unannounced because I've been having a lot of, do I call it nightmares? I don't want to say it's nightmares, but life has not been easy for me the past days with the case of this little girl, because it could be my child, it could be your child, it could be any person, it could be your niece, your nephew. So please share this when you join. Share as you join. Let's have this conversation. I have just put up a GoFundMe page so you can share to your contacts so they can join us to fight against this boma tree, because it's not going to be an easy fight for us. It's not going to be an easy fight for the community. We've had lawyers who have taken up to the case, and they're here to support us. The lawyers are here to support us. When I say us, it's a case that now, the case now is that of public interest. It's a case of public interest, because if we do not stand up for people like Shantal, it could happen tomorrow to you, to your own child. Shantal is an orphan. The family that took her when she was at the age of 6 years. She's been living with this family. She's been living with this family for a while now, for over 8 years, until she died a few weeks ago. So to be precise, she died, I think, on the 9th of January 2023. Shantal has been going through a lot since they discovered her in a pool of blood on the 25th of. They discovered her in a pool of blood on the 25th of November. Does that day rings a bell in your head? Does that day rings a bell in your head? The 25th of November is the 25th is the Orange Day. The Orange Day starts on the 25th of November. So that's when Shantal was found in her own pool of blood as a result of she was found in a pool of blood as a result of a criminal abortion. Shantal was taken to several hospitals. Shantal had to undergo a surgery. You can see from the pictures on the platform, Shantal had to undergo a surgery. Too much, like just talking about this little girl. It's terrible. It's really terrible. It's really terrible. So Shantal was taken to the hospitals and things like that. I made a post. Those are her names. Have called up a team of lawyers, a legal team, to stand as a civil, to constitute as a counsel for the plaintiff or whatsoever in a civil matter. We all need your support. Please share as you join. This is about Shantal. I came online. It's an impromptu live. It's an impromptu live that I'm doing. I really like it. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just terrible thinking about it. It's just terrible thinking about it. It's sad. It's sad. Shantal did not make it, and we cannot let it go like that. For Shantal to rest in peace, we need to fight for justice. We need justice for Shantal. We need justice for Shantal. Shantal is a 15-year-old girl who died as a result of criminal abortion. We have to stand up because we don't want any more Shantals. We don't want any more Shantals. It hurts. It's been haunting me all this for almost 2 weeks today. Shantal's ghost, a child I never knew, has been haunting me. I've been down for so long. I left Yaoundé going to Douala to travel, and I returned. This child, I don't know her from Eve or Adam, but her case was reported to me while I was down, and I could not leave Cameroon without taking action. So we have come up with a team that is willing to fight for justice. Whether you are a civil society activist, whether you have an NGO, whether you're an individual, if you know somebody, we need justice for Shantal. Shantal could be your child. Shantal could be your daughter. Yes, we sometimes, I saw this when Bella Power posted this case on her platform. A lot of people were accusing the parents for having failed in the upbringing of their child. I will not say that. I will never say that. Because one never knows. You can give your children the best education ever. At the end of the day, they still fail you. They still fail you. Your children at the end of the day will fail you. It is not because you didn't educate them well. Go into a family of 6 children. You will see one child who is always wayward. It's a boy who is a thief. A girl who is just so wayward. Meanwhile, all the other siblings are so straight. Will you say that the parents failed in bringing up that child? You cannot accuse the parents. In Shantal's case, I am accusing this man, this baboon, as I will call him, who took advantage of her innocence. This man in his 50s or 60s who took advantage of an innocent girl. This is the person who is to be blamed. This man is a person who is to be blamed. This man who took the innocence of this child. This man who did not wait for this child to grow, to become a real woman. He took advantage of her, coerced her into a sexual relationship. This is unacceptable. No parent should be blamed because an adult, a man who is supposed to be a grandfather, who should protect a child, a man that age, a man of the age of 35 can have Shantal as a child, even 30, because we have men who deliver at the age of 15. So a man who is 30 should not take advantage of a young child. This is the man who is to be blamed. The parents, or even Shantal, as I see people saying that, oh, small girl, big heart. You don't know what this man told her. We don't know. So this man carries the blame. At his age, if he really wanted the good of this child, he will not be sleeping with her. He will not be sleeping with her. He will be advising her. He will be a mentor to this child. He took advantage of her innocence. He took advantage of her innocence. It's no one's fault. It is the fault of this man who took advantage of an innocent and vulnerable child. Even at that, when the child got pregnant, why did you not take her to a doctor who could do a safe abortion for this child? You instead went ahead and did a crude criminal abortion. This is unacceptable. This is something we do not even have to talk about. We do not have to shun the family. We cannot blame the family for this. We should be blaming this man, this bastard of a man, this rapist of a man, for taking advantage of a child, a vulnerable child, an orphan girl who was brought to Yaoundé by a relative so she could make it in life. We don't know what transpired, but we know the perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator. We know him, and we can only stand up for justice. All we're standing up to say is justice for Berinyuy Shantal. Please, my friends, my followers, share this on your platforms. Share the GoFundMe. The lawyers need support. The family needs support. We are doing this so we can support them. We are doing this so we can support them. We need justice for Shantal. Shantal could be your child. Shantal is a child of Cameroon. We need to stand up. Shantal is not, it's not an issue that she is an Anglophone, a Francophone, Hausa, Bameleke, whatsoever. No. Greetings to you all, Joe. Greetings, testimony. How are you, Susie? Welcome. Providence, how are you? Please, I have been pondering the whole day today whether I should do this live. Shantal's mortal remains will be removed from the Hôpital Général Mortuary tomorrow at 10 o'clock. There's going to be a solidarity walk. We need to shun the perpetrators. We should stop. We should stop accusing parents for not doing a good job. The parents did their job as parents. We have to blame the perpetrators. We have to blame the perpetrators. How many other girls did he do to what he did to Shantal? We don't know. Until we speak up, then you will have other girls come up. We have our sister who revealed being raped practically at that same age in 2018. How many other girls stood up, came up? This, you know, like she was the voice to the victims of that same man. And so many people, so many girls, young girls came out to testify having been victims of this man. This is the same case. I am sure the moment this name will come out there, there's going to be so many victims coming up to say Shantal was not alone. There's so many Shantals out there. There's so many Shantals out there. There's so many other girls like Shantal. This man has destroyed so many girls. It is not only Shantal. Maybe so many did not survive. Who knows? We have to check in the neighborhood. We have to check in the neighborhood how many girls that age have died under similar circumstances. We have to check that out. It is unacceptable. We cannot sit and watch these people destroy our kids. Shantal could be your daughter. Shantal could be your niece. What will be your action? Will you fold your hands? Will you fold your hands and wait? We have to take action, and action is now. Our team needs your support. Everybody who's out there, if you know somebody who knows somebody, please, if you know somebody who knows somebody, please, we need to stand up as a community. We need to stand up as a community. We have to talk. Shantal's name should be on every lip. Shantal's name should be on every lip. Shantal's story should be viral on every platform. I saw so many platforms sharing Shantal's story. Please, let's do justice for Shantal. Shantal's soul needs to rest in peace, and it can only be possible if we do share this on every platform. Shantal needs to rest in peace. Justice for Shantal is what we should be talking about. We do not want any more Shantals. Berinyuy, Shantal should rest in peace. Please stand up for justice. There is a GoFundMe page we have set up for the purpose. We don't want any more Shantals in our country. In 2019, it was Fortune perpetrator. Fortune perpetrator is moving scot-free. In 2019 again, Judy was raped. She was a 3-year-old. Do you want to say that Judy's parents didn't raise her well? We got a victory. We got a victory over the perpetrator, as Judy's how do you call him? The perpetrator was sentenced to life imprisonment. We have a lot of cases like that out there, and this one we have to stand for Shantal, justice for Shantal. This is unacceptable. We cannot sit and watch people, baboons, destroying our children, destroying the youths of tomorrow. Shantal was just 15, 16 years. She was a minor. I don't understand. People who say, oh, a small girl that young dating a man that age, it is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We should be blaming this baboon. Even baboons, animals do not behave like that. Animals do not rape. Animals do not rape the young ones. This is something you have to look at it. Let's look at it even in the animal kingdom. I have visited the bonobono forest where the bonobos live in Congo. I never saw any bonobono raping young bonobos. What is all this? Was it for ritual purposes? Even if you're dating a child that young and you find out that she is pregnant, why don't you take responsibility? Go and see her parents, take responsibility of the pregnancy, and take care of her until the child is born. If at all you want to carry out an abortion, why not go see a medical doctor to do this? And guess what? This child did not want an abortion. Sorry, this child she said she wanted an abortion, and this guy said, I was going to come and see your parents, and gave her some herbs to poach and to eat, to chew. This is what caused what happened to this girl. Today we're talking about Shantal in the past. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Let's all stand up for Shantal. Justice for Shantal should be on every lip. We should all stand up against such acts, heinous crimes in our communities. It is unacceptable. Imagine that it were your child. Will you sit with your arms crossed because it was not your child, because she was from the Beti tribe, because she was not from your village? Will you stand up because she's your country, she's your village girl? No. Shantal is not from my village. My village is Fang. I have supported girls from Ebolova, from Betwa, from Banso, from Pinyin, from Awing. Because serving humanity, I live. We have to be thinking about the human. We shouldn't be thinking about tribes. We've gotten to a level where we don't have to discriminate. We have to seek justice, whoever the perpetrator is. Even if it were your brother. Even if it were your brother. Even if you were your brother, you have to shun that attitude. It's a crime. It is a crime. You don't have to, when it is your brother, you have to cover up for your brother. No. This could be your child. Today it is Shantal. When there will be no more Shantals, they will turn to your own child. So you have to stand up today. You have to stand up today against such criminal actions. We cannot just sit and watch our children being destroyed because you think you are a haut cadre, as you say, you are haut cadre of the Republic. You have immunities. I remember a few years ago, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who was the director of the IMF for the International Monetary Fund in the US, even though he was having diplomatic immunities, he was arrested for rape rape on an adult. You all know that case. And you people sit and think that this man has immunities. What immunities does a minister have? Immunities in course of the exercise of your duties, not in course of a crime. Were you sleeping with this girl in the course of your duties? You were not sleeping with this girl. It was not part of your duties. So your immunities have to be uplifted and you should be tried like any criminal. You should be tried like any criminal because you committed a crime. Already having a relationship or sexual intercourse with a minor is a crime, punishable by the Cameroonian Penal Code. This is unacceptable. I stand up today. I am pleading on you all. Please join us. Put the shade of black on your social media handles. Justice for Shantal. Just do that. Do that for us wherever you are. Do that for us wherever you are. Whether you are in the US, whether you are in Canada, whether you are in the UK, whether you are in Cameroon, Sweden, Denmark, France, Belgium, anywhere in the world, Finland, Norway, anywhere in the world, Australia, South Africa, just put it, just tag it, just put that hashtag. Let this hashtag go viral. We need justice for Shantal. I've been having an overwhelming day because of this case, with calls from all over. The civil society is behind us. We have to see that we support the lawyers. We have to support this family during this process, the grieving process. It is not easy for them. The case has gone out of their hands. They are no longer the people. They are no longer the people asking for justice. It is a community. Shantal's case is that of public interest. That's why we have taken it upon us to seek for justice. It is a crime that is affecting our communities. It's no longer Berinyuy Shantal's family problem. It's a problem of public interest. There is public indecency in this. You, an old man, old enough to be Shantal's grandpa, you sleeping with her until you even impregnate her. If you really wanted to protect her, why did you not use protection? You took away her innocence. You took away her innocence. She suffered November, December, January for over 2 months, going through pains, going through dialysis. For Shantal to rest in peace, we all have to stand up as a community. We all have to stand up as a community to say enough is enough. We don't want any more Shantals in our community. We don't want any more Shantals in our community. Shantal should be the last girl in her prime to die under such circumstances. When I look at the narrative, I see premeditation to terminate, to delete this child. A man of your age should take this child to a doctor and do a normal abortion if you really wanted to abort the child. The way you coerced her into a relationship, this is the same way you could coerce her into seeing a doctor to terminate the pregnancy. You didn't have to give her herbs to do whatever happened. See what happened to her. See what she went through. This child suffered. You can see from the images, she has a big cut on her stomach with, I don't know how many stitches, over 20 stitches on her stomach. She has over 20 stitches on her stomach. Go and check that picture. This child had to undergo dialysis because the reaction of the concoction that she took caused some organ failures. It damaged her organs and she had to undergo dialysis. We cannot sit and say you people destroy our children and we cross our fingers and clap and say thank you.